Let's talk about setting ourselves up for success. We all know how valuable hard skills are, those tangible abilities we gain through learning and practice. But what if I told you there are certain hard skills that, when mastered early on, can have a disproportionately positive impact on your future? In this video, we're diving deep into 6 essential hard skills that have the power to transform your life. These aren't your typical learn to code or master Microsoft Excel tips. These are about building a solid foundation for personal and professional growth. Let's get started. Number 1, social theory exchange. All right, let's kick things off with a skill that's often underestimated but incredibly powerful: understanding social dynamics. Think of it like this. Every interaction you have, every person you meet, is an exchange of value. Your job is to become really good at identifying what value you can provide and what value you're receiving. It's more about developing a keen sense of observation and understanding the social currency at play. Who are the givers, the takers, and the matchers in your life? How can you nurture relationships that are mutually beneficial? Start by paying attention to the dynamics within your existing circles: friends, family, colleagues. Notice the patterns of communication, the unspoken rules, the power dynamics. This awareness will give you incredible insights into how to navigate social situations effectively. Remember, every interaction is an opportunity to learn and grow. The more you practice, the more adept you'll become at building strong, genuine connections that enrich your life. Understanding toxic dynamics is equally crucial. Learn to identify red flags early on, set healthy boundaries, and walk away from relationships that drain your energy. Number 2, productive morning. Not the snooze button, rush out the door kind of mornings, but the kind that set you up for a day of focus and accomplishment. This is about building a morning routine that primes your body and mind for peak performance. First things first, ditch the phone scrolling. That first hour after waking up is precious. It sets the tone for your entire day. Instead of flooding your brain with distractions, give yourself the gift of a calm and intentional start. Next, hop in a quick shower. Not only does it wake you up physically, but it also acts as a mental reset. Now here's a controversial one. Avoid caffeine, at least for the first few hours of your day. Our bodies naturally produce a hormone called cortisol, which is responsible for alertness and focus. Caffeine interferes with this natural process, leading to energy crashes later on. By delaying your caffeine intake, you're allowing your body to tap into its natural energy reserves and avoid those dreaded midday slumps. Instead of reaching for that cup of joe first thing, try starting your day with a glass of water and a healthy breakfast. Fueling your body with the right nutrients will give you sustained energy throughout the morning. And finally, incorporate some form of movement into your routine. Whether it's a quick workout, some yoga stretches, or even just a brisk walk around the block, getting your body moving will boost circulation, improve focus, and set you up for a productive day. Number 3, get rid of motivation. Let's talk about motivation, or rather, the lack thereof. We've all been there. We set ambitious goals, start with a burst of enthusiasm, and then the motivation fizzles out. But here's the thing. Motivation isn't something you find, it's something you cultivate. And the key to sustaining motivation lies in understanding one simple principle: start slow. Our brains are wired to resist drastic change. When we try to do too much too soon, we overwhelm ourselves, setting the stage for burnout and disappointment. But when we embrace the power of starting slow, we trick our brains into embracing the journey. Think of it like building a muscle. You wouldn't expect to bench press your body weight on the first day at the gym, right? You'd start with lighter weights, gradually increasing the resistance as you get stronger. The same principle applies to any goal or habit you're trying to build. Instead of aiming for a complete overhaul overnight, break down your goal into smaller, more manageable steps. Start with the bare minimum, even if it seems ridiculously easy. For example, if you want to start a daily writing habit, don't pressure yourself to write for an hour straight. Begin by committing to just 5 minutes a day. Once that becomes effortless, gradually increase the duration. By starting slow, you're rewiring your brain to see progress, not punishment. Number 4, start reading self-help books. In a world obsessed with the next new thing, it's easy to get caught up in the endless cycle of consuming information. We devour books, articles, podcasts, always hungry for the next nugget of wisdom. But here's the catch. True understanding comes not from consuming more, but from absorbing deeply. And that's where the power of repeated reading comes in. Instead of skimming through countless self-help books, each promising the secret to happiness and success, choose a select few that resonate deeply with you. These are the books that speak to your core values, your aspirations, your deepest desires. Once you've curated your collection, make a commitment to read each book multiple times. And I'm not talking about a casual reread. I'm talking about intentional, focused study. Approach each reading with a fresh perspective, a willingness to delve deeper into the author's message. Here's why this works. Our brains are wired to retain information through repetition. The more we encounter an idea, the more deeply it becomes embedded in our neural pathways. By rereading a book, you're essentially reinforcing those connections, making the knowledge stick. Each time you revisit a book, you bring with you a new set of experiences, insights, and perspectives. What might have seemed irrelevant on your first read could suddenly click into place, revealing profound truths you hadn't grasped before. So resist the urge to constantly chase the newest self-help fad. Select a few timeless classics, embrace the power of repeated reading, and watch as your understanding deepens with each pass. Before moving on, if you're finding any value in this video, all I ask is for a quick like and subscribe. Your support means the world to me. Number 5. Replace multitasking with single tasking. Let's be honest, we live in a world that glorifies multitasking. We juggle multiple projects, respond to emails while on calls, and pride ourselves on our ability to do it all. But here's the harsh truth. Multitasking is a myth. Our brains aren't wired to handle multiple complex tasks simultaneously. When we try to multitask, we're essentially switching rapidly between tasks, sacrificing focus and accuracy along the way. The result? We end up feeling scattered, overwhelmed, and ultimately less productive. So, here's the antidote. Embrace the power of single tasking. It's about giving your undivided attention to one task at a time, devoting your full cognitive resources to producing your best work. Start by prioritizing your tasks. Identify the most important, high-impact activities that will move the needle forward and schedule dedicated blocks of time for each one. Eliminate distractions, silence notifications, and create an environment conducive to deep work. Approach each task with a sense of purpose, a commitment to excellence. You'll be amazed by how much more you accomplish when you're fully present and engaged. Your work will be of higher quality, you'll experience less stress, and you'll rediscover the joy of true productivity. Number 6. Schedule your day with Harvard-verified method. Let's talk about time management. Not the vague notion of getting things done, but a strategic, intentional approach to maximizing your productivity. And the key to unlocking this level of efficiency lies in a simple yet powerful technique: time blocking. Time blocking is essentially the art of planning your day in advance, allocating specific blocks of time for specific tasks. It's about taking control of your schedule, rather than letting it control you. Here's how it works. At the beginning of each day, or even better, the night before, take out your calendar or planner and divide your day into blocks of time. Each block should be dedicated to a specific task or activity, whether it's work, exercise, social time, or even relaxation. The key is to be realistic with your time estimates and to factor in buffer time between tasks. Life happens, and unexpected interruptions are bound to arise. By incorporating buffer time, you're giving yourself wiggle room to accommodate those unforeseen circumstances without derailing your entire schedule. Now here's where the magic happens. Once you've created your schedule, stick to it as closely as possible. Treat those time blocks as non-negotiable appointments with yourself. Time blocking eliminates decision fatigue, reduces procrastination, and allows you to approach your day with a sense of purpose and clarity. The key is to find a system that works for you and to commit to making it a part of your daily routine. 6 hard skills that, when embraced and honed, have the potential to truly transform your life. We talked about the importance of social exchange, building a productive morning routine, the power of starting slow, the wisdom of repeated reading, the effectiveness of single tasking, and the transformative power of time blocking. These skills aren't quick fixes or overnight solutions. They require effort, dedication, and a willingness to continuously learn and grow. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. Until next time, stay focused, stay motivated, and keep striving for greatness.